Hello and good morning from Vienna. Here we are again. Day number 149. Holy moly. Interesting. Um, so, as we do, just be the energy, use the palms of your hands towards the earth or however you do it. Close your eyes, keep them open, however it works best for you. And let's get started. Elimination and eradication of the microradic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microradic generative dermis for body and earth, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microradic generative dermis for body and earth, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microradic generative dermis for body and earth, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. And please destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. Yay. Coolio. It's very interesting. Today is the first working day, official working day after a long weekend. And the energy is so strange though. Like a hangover. And yet I don't think a lot of people were out last night because it was quiet. So not sure. Maybe they drank at home. No, I don't know. It's just different energy today, but not the busy energy of like going to work, but like the energy of like, oh, have to go to work day. Maybe it's that. Just here in Vienna, though, I'm sure. So when you wake up in a strange mood, or you feel like you had a hangover but you didn't actually drink, or you only had one glass of something, ask, who does this belong to? And return to sender. Who does this belong to? Return to sender for every thought, feeling, and emotion you have. So who does this belong to? Return to sender. Who does this belong to? Return to sender. Who does this belong to? Return to sender. Elimination and eradication of the microradic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microradic generative dermis for body and earth, right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. And please destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. And yes, it's been going on for 149 days, so some of you are here all the time. If you're new and you're wondering what's going on here and what we're doing, we're running a body process of access consciousness on planet Earth. This process does also work on bodies, but we're using it to have a contribution to planet Earth here for reversing desertification, meaning we're asking everything in the soil to be alive again, to thrive again, and to give the earth a possibility to generate and create again. And please, if you want to have more information on reversing desertification, There's a web page I post every time, every day, so you can click on that. You also see the first couple of episodes there that you can play and see what this is all about. And then there's also day number 144, where I explain the big five. So if you are interested in them. But I don't take the time every time to explain everything, because it's really about running this process, and it's 15 minutes every day. Not always the same times, as consistent as possible, but still different times on different days. So there's a calendar too. If you want to catch me, you can download it to your own calendar. It will convert to your time zone wherever you are. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Please intensify the process. Just ask for it to get stronger, more intense. And please also, at the same time, allow the earth to contribute to you. So push down your walls and barriers and receive from the earth as well. Just allow the energy of the earth to flow in through your feet, through your body, out the top of your head. So allow that energetic flow as you are gifting this process. And by the way, receiving from the earth and gifting this process doesn't have to end after 15 minutes. You can do that all day, especially the receiving part. And please also open up to receiving from one another. Everybody's here. We are encompassing the entire earth. There's people here from the entire earth. It's not just here and where you are, but really everywhere there are some people doing this. So let's receive from each other and expand our reach globally. And intensify the process again, and please destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And again, the process, elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And yes, some people might think that this is not really doing anything. What are we doing? And yet I have gotten a lot of feedback from you guys. Some of you, it has changed personal things on your body. Some of you have given feedback that their garden is having different things growing in them, that things are greener, more lush. And yes, there's many things you can also do, but it also always starts from an energy you be. And the more you receive from planet Earth, the more she will be talking to you about what's required and desired, and what might actually really make a change and contribute to her thriving. What if we all had the target to be thriving on this planet, including the earth, including the plants, including the animals, what could that look like? And what if it wasn't anything that you thought it was? Let the earth show you. What if we really started receiving and asking the earth rather than coming to conclusion? So step up the process again, elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. And please destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating the desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. So yay, what else is possible? What else can we be? How much greater can you be? How much of your potency are you suppressing? How much were you told that you are too much, and so you pulled yourself in, you tried to stifle yourself? Is now the time to be more, to let all that out? And maybe it's different than you thought it was. We come to a lot of conclusions, we have a lot of presumptive realities to what certain things look like, and so we don't even start because we've already decided the outcome. That is part of the big five. Again, if you would like to hear an explanation of that, day 144. But please, it is really imperative that you don't decide ahead of time what something might look like and therefore you will never do it. Sometimes just making a choice to do it can surprise you. Might be a very different outcome. So again, this body process for the earth, elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. And please destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poovats, and beyonds. And yes, there's a lot on this planet that requires change. And also it requires us to smile and be joyful. The earth likes that energy. With that, we can awaken many things. That doesn't mean that we are not aware of what is going on and what needs changing. But we also don't come to conclusion about how it needs to be changed. So what if this process is one way to contribute to the earth that is so different and yet global? So please don't buy into that energy cannot change anything, or you're crazy if you're doing this. Maybe you are. It's okay. If it works for you, if you get the sense that the earth is happy about it, keep going. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and relaxation of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poobats, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poobats, and beyonds. Please do not stop this, even though the broadcast is stopping. Keep it going. Please play with this energy. Let it run as often as you become aware of it. Let it run while you're driving your car. You don't have to sit in a meadow, but you can. Let's be this contribution to the earth, and please let her contribute to you. And what else is truly possible? Thank you all so much for being here. And we will see you all again tomorrow.